Check us out on the internet at 3boutdoors.com, plus YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Welcome to another week here at 3B Outdoors. Man, we have got a great show for you. On this week's show, we're going to Kentucky on one of my leases. We're going to see if I can put my tag on one of those bluegrass bucks up there in Kentucky. Thanks for being with us. I'm Freddie Neeley, and welcome to 3B Outdoors.
He is a good one, 3B Outdoors, boys.
Big bass, bird, yeah!
12-pound even, biggest fish I ever caught right there.
Big, wide teeth.
Boom! That just happened.
You won't catch anything like this out on the water.
Thanks to the good Lord that he gave me a day that I could come out and do this. I mean, I'm just so blessed.
3B Outdoors is brought to you by Visit Kingsport, Tennessee.
Okay, guys. It's our first morning here in Kentucky on our new lease. We've got two big bucks in here, but not seen them in a couple of nights, but they scrapes. It's November the 6th, 7th. And it's that time. So I'm in here by myself. There's a big cut cornfield behind me and kind of woods going up into a big thicket, which I think's a bedding area. Back in August and September, had two really big bucks in here. So we're in Kentucky and we're hunting. That's all we can do. So we're going to see what happens. Stick with us. Well, that was exciting. That was a nice 8-pointer. Anywhere else I would have shot him, but I've got this farm leased. I know there's two really good bucks in here, and that one right there will be a nice one next year. So hopefully we get this farm again next year. And it's November. So it's a little warm, but still yet it's November, so stick with us. Hopefully we can let the air out on one of these big boys. That was close. So we'll see what happens. Okay guys, we're back in the stand this evening where we seen the 8 this morning. And I'm just gonna hang with this stand all week. There's two really giants in here, and it's November, and a lot of the guys have been seeing bucks pushing does, so I think they're seeking. I don't know. I've not seen that buck that came through this morning. He was just he didn't want to do anything but just come through, so I believe he was seeking. And I know there's some good bucks in here. It's warm, and I don't know. We're gonna find out. So stick with us. Richie's hunting over on a farm not too far from here, and I've got this farm, and man, it's a beautiful place. But it's just in early season. I got a lot of big bucks in here, so we're gonna hang tight and see what happens.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
Luminox are brighter, more durable, and with replaceable batteries, the longest lasting compound and crossbow lighted Nox on the market, period. When your moment of truth comes, rely on the only lighted Nox trusted by the best. Luminox. Light 'em up at luminox.com.
Have you been charged with a crime? Do you know your constitutional rights? For a free criminal defense consultation, call 423-291-8021. Serving Tennessee and Virginia with offices in Kingsport and Rogersville. Jim Williams & Associates, attorneys at law.
Dixie Custom Rods is 100% focused on building rods for every technique, all the way from finesse fishing up to power fishing. My buddy and owner, Dwayne Wilson, builds superior custom rods with unmatched care, quality, and craftsmanship. His new Carbon Elite Series rods are incredibly light, super sensitive, and strong. The Tightline Special, designed to my specifications, is versatile and perfect for multiple applications. It also continues to be a bestseller. Load up your front deck at DixieCustomRodsandTackle.com.
It's our fourth morning here in Kentucky on our new lease, and we've just not been seeing much during the daylight hours. But of the night, I've got pictures of them coming in. So it's cooled down this morning, really cool. So it's just a perfect morning for those bucks to be chasing those. It's November the 9th. It's prime time. So we're going to sit in here tight. If we don't see anything this morning, we might move and go somewhere else this evening. So, but man, there's just a lot of big buck sign in this area. They just, I don't know, they're just not on their feet in daylight hours for some reason. I guess it's a little warm without a full moon, but who knows. But anyway, another thing, y'all see me dipping on TV and all this stuff. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm a dip-chewing country boy who loves to hunt. I've got a bottle in my pocket. I do not spit on the ground. So, sorry about the dip, but that's just me. I'm just who I am. So, I don't try to be anybody different. I'm out here doing what I love, trying to shoot big bucks, trying to shoot deer. I love to eat them. My family loves to eat them. And we're just out here having a good time. I'm self-filming this week, and I've kind of enjoyed it. So Dustin's on his farm. Richie, I think, slept in this morning. So we're going to sit tight and see what happens. So stick with us. Well, that was a pretty nice 8-pointer. I just rattled him in, grunted him in, and man, he was teed off. My viewfinder kept going in and out on me, and I couldn't really find him that good. I hope y'all could see him, but he just never would give me a really good shot. And he was borderline. He wasn't what I come up here to Kentucky to really kill, but he was a nice buck. But he never would give me a really good shot of me trying to get it on camera and range him and all that. So, it's tougher than what it looks. But anyway, we're going to hang tight. Today is a good day. I'm going to grunt and rattle just a little bit more and see what happens. So, stay tuned. Okay, guys, it's our last evening here with Richie Mason for a few days. I got to go to work, but we've got some pictures of a good 10-pointer right here, and he's been showing his face before dark, so if he comes in tonight, we're going to try to I brought the crossbow with me tonight. The elbow's been hurting just a little bit, but that's no excuse. I just brought the crossbow. I just wanted to bring it. So, got some new broadheads. Like to try them. So, we're going to hang tight. We've got to be still. We're wide open. So, we'll see what happens. So, stick with us.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
Goodman Jewelers of Chilhowie, Virginia was founded in 1959 on principles of trust, honesty, superior quality, and family values. Mike Goodman is a master jeweler with over 45 years of experience in jewelry design, repair, restoration, and manufacturing. Our professional staff delights in helping you to find unique treasures, engagement rings, and wedding bands to make your special gift dreams come true, including state-of-the-art laser engraving. Visit our showroom for amazing prices and selection. Great customer service is always our pleasure to give.
For a while now, you've been hearing about the secrets of using avid anglers fishing the glue. Don't just take it from me. Listen to these guys.
Not only is this glue super strong, it's very long lasting. I've had the same bottle in my boat all through the summer months without drying out.
Dude, this glue is amazing. It helps me catch more fish.
I've been fishing tournaments for over 30 years, used almost every glue on the market. This is 100% the only fishing glue you need.
To get your bottle of Avid Anglers fishing glue, go by your Bass Pro Shop or online.
Whether you're spending the day running around at 70 miles an hour in a high-powered bass boat, fishing a competitive stress-filled tournament, or just enjoying a day on the lake, you can never have enough, Dr. Enough.
Facing a divorce or child custody matter? Are you familiar with divorce, custody, and support laws? For a free family law consultation, call 423-291-8120. Serving Tennessee and Virginia with offices in Kingsport and Rogersville. Jim Williams & Associates, Attorneys at Law.
Nobody wants to run out of power when they're on the water. There is a better way. Introducing the Charge Marine Power Management Station from PowerPole that does the work of 3 devices: a traditional battery charger, a charge on the run, and an emergency start system. PowerPole Charge.
We're back in here after one of the big ones. Just can't catch up with him. We know he's in here. We've got several trail camera pictures of him. Man, these big bucks are just hard to hunt. You just gotta put your time in. So, that's kind of what we're doing. And, Day 2 evening. We're back in a tree here in Kentucky. And the weather, man, is perfect. It's cool. We had to go out and get some things done at lunch today. And while I was at lunch, my big buck came in about 12:30. Left everything in a tree. So I've still got my crossbow with me. The weather's cold and windy, and I don't know. We're in here. We've got a couple of good bucks in here, but man, they just will not cooperate. Everybody thinks it's easy, man. I tell you what, killing a pope and young deer is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and you just gotta hang with it. You gotta stick with it. I'm gonna hunt this stand every day, and hopefully he'll venture by. So he's been by here frequently, but sometimes he comes every day, every night in the dark. Sometimes it's middle of the day, sometimes it's just early. He's crazy. So it's our third evening. Third evening, yeah. We got back in here. We seen a lot of deer last night, as y'all can see. We had a nice 8-pointer come in, but just wasn't. I'm not gonna settle. I'm either gonna kill the one I want, or I'm gonna go home, and I'll be tickled to death because I just love being out here this time of year, sitting, watching everything, just knowing that any minute up here you could be looking at a world-class animal anytime, maybe even a world record. Who knows? I mean, this is where they grow them. If you want to kill big bucks, you gotta go where big bucks are, and you can't kill them by shooting what you don't want to shoot. But if you want to shoot a small buck, you want to shoot a spike, you want to shoot a doe, hey, I'm tickled to death, man. Each and every person ought to be able to kill or shoot anything that makes them happy. That's why we've got free will. That's why we've got the Second Amendment. That's why that you can buy your hunting license and you can kill a spike, a 4-pointer, an 8-pointer, 10-pointer, 12, whatever. Doe. If you want meat for the freezer, which I kill does, so be it. So don't let anybody shame you in what you kill. And if you kill something, be very proud of it. Don't say, well, it's not the biggest buck in the woods. Well, it might not be, but that's the buck that made you happy. So be tickled and be proud of it. Anybody tells you otherwise, they're not much of a friend or they're not much of a buddy. So we're all out here enjoying God's creation. And I say shoot whatever makes you happy. But what's going to make me happy on this trip is that big buck, because I've been playing cat and mouse game with that buck all year long, since July. So, and he's been getting the best of me. So I'm gonna get settled in. I've got me some snacks. We're gonna be sitting here all day. And if that big boy comes through at lunchtime today, I'm gonna have a surprise for him. So.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
No matter your passion,
whether you love shooting or hunting,
we got you covered.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, Freddie, look, I need to borrow your four-wheeler. Me and Dustin got some things we want to try.
All right, I'll bring it to you.
Thanks, bud.
All right, bye.
That'd be funny if I said I'd buy Freddie another one. Let's check these weeds out.
Here we go.
Hold on, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Dedrick, Mill Creek Construction, proud sponsor, big fan of 3B Outdoors.
For a while now, you've been hearing about the secrets of using avid anglers fishing the glue. Don't just take it from me, listen to these guys.
Not only is this glue super strong, it's very long lasting. I've had the same bottle in my boat all through the summer months without drying out.
Dude, this glue is amazing. It helps me catch more fish.
I've been fishing tournaments for over 30 years, used almost every glue on the market. This is 100% the only fishing glue you need.
To get your bottle of Avid Anglers fishing glue, go by your Bass Pro Shop or online.
I just smoked the big boy. I just hope I made a decent shot on him. I think I did. He was quartered to me just a little bit. But I think I drove it right in there. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Hey guys, we're back. I went back and got Richie and Dustin. We looked at the footage and it looks really good. So hopefully we can go back over here and find this big boy. I mean, he's a good one. So I'm just nervous. I guess it's the way you always are when you shoot one, you don't see him fall, but he got dark on me. So hopefully we can go over here. We give him about 2.5 hours. We're gonna go back in and see if we can find him. So let's go. We went back and got Richie's UTV and we're going after him. So if it'll start. There was a rabbit right when those deer started coming out. There was a hawk after a rabbit and come through right under my stand and run every one of them deer out.
The hawk did?
Yes.
Hey, Freddie, right there's your deer.
Oh my gosh!
Holy!
Give me that! Oh baby!
Look at that!
I've been up here, guys. I've been up here for couple weeks. Richie got me this property and I was fortunate enough to get it leased. We had it, then he told me no, then he come back and he said yes. So we come back in here. We didn't get to come in here early season like we was wanting to, but we come back in here around the rut. We started getting pictures. I hunted up here for a week and did not get a picture of him. Well, I mean, I got pictures of him, but didn't see him. I mean, he was just like nocturnal, just coming through. Me and Dustin, we got this McRib fix. So we was gonna go get us some McRib. So I left everything hanging in my stand. And we finally got to McDonald's, no McRibs, they're done. So then, Dustin said, I'm gonna check my camera. He started checking his camera. He said, man, I've got deer all over the place. So I'm gonna check mine. And lo and behold, this sucker was standing under my stand yesterday at 12:30. So yeah, he was on the cherry bomb. I mean, I had the cherry bomb out. He was on it, it hooked him. There's an 8-pointer in there and I heard something walking. I said, well, it's probably another one of those other smaller 8-pointers. I looked around, I said, oh my gosh, there he is. And I said, we're gonna have to get this together. So it just come together, man. Thank you, good Lord. Thank you, Richie, buddy, for helping me out. Thank you, Dustin. I mean, man, it don't get any better. It don't get any better. We're making memories with buddies, and it don't get any better. And if you want to have a great time, go out with your buddies, spend a week with them in the woods, and I'm telling you, this right here is, that's a giant. Oh, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Dustin. Look at that sucker.
Hey, sis. There's another taxidermy bill coming.
Wow, what a great show. I told you it was going to be awesome. Up there in Kentucky at what I call the junkyard on one of my leases, doesn't get much better than that. Well, we're about out of time again this week, folks. Join us again next week where Nathan will have you somewhere on the water. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Freddie Neeley, and you've been watching 3B Outdoors Television.
What I'm trying to figure out is, we sit in the blind Wednesday all day long. You was filming me, okay? Why is it always works out when I go film you, and this right here is what happens?
In the morning before the rising sun, load up boats, rods and reels, bows and our guns. We're Team 3B, gonna have ourselves some fun. Some bucks, bass and beards. Oh, look guys, we got him. Coming out. 3B Outdoors, baby.
Check us out on the internet at 3boutdoors.com, plus YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.